What is up,
What's up, y'all?
my future folk, my sci-fi aficionados, and welcome to another sci-fi bound episode.
It's probably in your watch list, or today we are going to be talking about
Megalopolis.
This is a Megalopolis. It is
A what?
It is.
That's the name of the movie.
Is there a Pokemon called Megalopolis?
There might be a Pokemon called Lopolis. I'm not too into the Pokemon culture as everybody else is. Regardless, this movie is I personally think a masterpiece, a passion project from Francis Ford Coppola that Inett described as being exactly what he thought it would be.
Did I really?
You did. When we saw it, you came out, you said, I expected it to be this, this, and this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was those three things.
I expected it to be a Gatsby mixed with, what were the other two?
A sci-fi.
It's like a sci-fantasy fucking Gatsby ass.
Well, let's just get this out in front. This movie is not doing well in the box office or in reviews.
So like I can understand why.
We are on different levels of how we like this movie.
Yeah. So I feel like I've been really defensive about this.
No, please go ahead.
I was underwhelmed. Not from a sense of this was a bad movie. This was a great fucking movie. This was beautiful. It's almost like Sin City as well.
It was.
And like some other shit. But essentially like it was incredibly difficult to figure out what was going on from the jump. I was lost probably the first 30 to 45 minutes of this 2-hour fucking movie, right? Which I feel like a lot of movies and shows are doing that long form. Make sure to explain
I'm gonna let
everything.
you get your piece out here, and then I'm gonna hop in whenever you're done.
Explain everything. But then like once I kind of caught the drift of what the movie was about, I was like, we did a lot. We did a lot of pretty things, cool transitions, good acting for this. Okay. I guess I'll just kind of strap in for the rest of this ride. It was great though. I go ahead.
No, please continue. When I go in, you gotta fasten your seatbelt because I'm gonna go crazy.
I'll interject intermittently. Go ahead.
All right, fasten up. Get the seatbelt attached. A lot of the reviews I read said the main problem they have with this movie was the narrative,
Which makes sense.
You know what I'm gonna say to that? Let the movie get set up, bro. Fucking 30 minutes and you lost your fucking attention? Bro, I'm not talking about you, even though that was geared to what you just said. This is a passion project from Francis Ford Coppola that speaks to what it means to be a visionary in today's day and age. It speaks to a lot of the other comments I've seen or reviews I saw was it was a manifesto for what communism could bring to a dying democracy of a world. Fuck you. It's not what he's trying to say, bruh. It's not what he's trying to say. This movie is about letting the artists find out letting artists be the visionaries and creating their own utopias throughout a world that is dominated by nothing but strife and just routine.
Yeah, the system is failing. The political powers that be are not doing a great job. And you're right, it's letting the visionaries and the artists like push through. It's just
so it's long, but it tells us it's a fable. It tells us it's an allegory.
Which I feel like they could have done the same thing if they had put a little bit. It felt drawn out. I feel like they could have put either a little bit more in there to make it make more sense.
I mean, from a visual standpoint, the movie was as engaging as it could have been. The cinematography was beautiful. The way it's edited was great. The acting phenomenal. Adam Driver deserves to be recognized for this performance.
This shit was The shit was top notch, visually stunning.
The cast, spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
I found that this movie spoke to not being separated, but being a whole, being an earth, and that one person who sees it for what it could be, and everyone shitting on his idea, right? You watching this video, you have an idea that someone else finds, or most people in the world would find stupid. Most people in the world would find dumb. But you know in your head, like, this could work if I was just given the opportunity to do it. And when it shows that if one person's, well, first things first, bank account's big enough, and goal and mindset is there, you can accomplish stuff for the people, no matter of the now or the when or the past. It's all disregarded. You plan for the future. Somebody's going to suffer. That's always going to happen. But I mean, besides the overall Earth-centric, unification-centric idea of the movie, the internal plot of the Caesar and Cicero's daughter was fun.
Which threw me initially, because I was like, okay, is that what this is? Okay, no, it's not. It's not that. Okay, what? Attracting.
Yes. So some of that stuff at the beginning was just, it was all, I feel like it was all set up for you to understand who this man is.
I feel it.
There's a lot of
Romeo and Juliet meets Furiosa meets Fast and Furious. Okay.
Yes. There's moments in the movie where he stops time, and even you asked.
Which threw the fuck out.
So even you.
All right.
asked
So like there. I didn't even ask. You just answered my question before I asked, right?
Okay.
Because there was which made me giggle. It made me giggle because I was like, it happened a couple of times where it was like time stop, or he just stopped time, and then we'll go in there and be an artist, and then turn it back on, right? And after like the second or third time of seeing it, I'm like, so does this nigga have powers or not? And then TJ just chimed in. He's like, he's not really stopping time. I was like,
I listened to you. I said it in the theater, didn't I?
Yeah. I was like, thank you.
It was all it was meant to display. Go ahead.
Just to kind of like fully sum that out, because it was a powerful piece.
Yeah.
That I didn't fully understand probably until the end of the movie, and even more so after we talked about it. But it was literally like the ability to be an artist.
Yeah.
Like that you can do what you're doing and actually stop time, because that is like what you're called or meant to be doing.
Yeah.
Which was cool. It was cool. Again, though, I felt like it could have been better explained from the jump. Like,
yeah, I'll use the example of an art museum. Like I tried to the other night.
Yeah.
The artist is not going to explain to you how you should feel about the situation.
Yeah.
They're not going to explain to you what they tried to convey through their piece of art.
Why do you go to art forms? Because
Right.
that was the question posed, right? Like, why do you go to an art gallery? Why do you go to the theater? Why would you go to a show, right? Like, is it to be inspired? Is it to unlock something in yourself? Is it to create more? Is it to make it be, or to allow it to be the catalyst that drives the art in you, right? Like, why do you, is it just to be taken out of reality?
I'll be so real. I don't get there's some modern art I just don't understand.
Facts.
Why you slapping butter with a piece of cake? Why the fuck are you jumping up and drawing or whatever? What's that supposed to mean?
Why did you tie a bucket to a string and then throw it?
And it's selling for $50,000.
And then
fuck you.
Then
that is
occasionally,
nothing.
For the record, really, I'm the sidebar, and I apologize because this is gonna be a little extra, right? Buc-ee's.
Pussies.
Buc-ee's, right?
Buc-ee's, yeah.
Why the hell are they selling art?
Why not?
Of all places!
Why not?
Of all places to be selling like art.
They make money off of it.
I'm sure they do, but like, bro, I'm on my way to take a mid road trip piss, and I'm accosted by paintings for various prices
Of American flags.
It's very America. We're talking buffalo, bison, horses. I didn't see any Native American type stuff.
Probably not.
But yeah, it threw me. Like it's like type shit I would see in like Target or an art gallery.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of like Loves or Pilots will have art too.
I get like
it's just a way to sell more stuff. It also supports a lot of drivers too. Because a lot of drivers be working like on their art shit, or like because some of them have that little back stuff in their little place to sleep in their shit. And they be working on wooden things or painting stuff in their downtime.
Okay.
And that makes sense where they could just sell it at
a waypoint.
At a waypoint.
In America.
And then when they stop by again, pull their money out.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess so. It's just it was weird for me. Whenever we went to go shoot Hot Chocolate and On Me, I've been known about Buc-ee's, but I'd never been to a Buc-ee's, and it was like the Walmart and gas stations. It was like the Target gas stations. I was taken aback. But
Megalopolis. Megalopolis.
There isn't a Pokemon called Alopolis.
There isn't?
Or a Gallopolis. I deep dove.
This movie was because it gave a message at the end that summarized its entire.
So instead of being like a countryman, you would be an earthy, essentially.
It summarized the whole thing. It gave it a pledge to Earth or whatever.
Which positive, because then I was like, that was the final. Oh,
but
copy.
I've been preaching that message for years. This movie spoke to me on a level that I was hoping that it would. I've been watching this movie for a long time. Big Francis Ford Coppola fan. I like Adam Driver. I love sci-fi. And there's some shots in this. There's some shots in this movie that are just beautiful, and they spit the editing fantastic. Shia LaBeouf gives a great performance because you just hate him.
A total dingus. He was the prodigal piece of shit son to a T. He understood.
He was grandson.
He was the Grant. That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I just see so many people shitting on this movie.
Yeah.
Like it has a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It doesn't.
50%.
I get it.
Beetlejuice 2 had a 77%.
That don't make no sense though. That don't make no sense. I understand why.
You cannot be serious.
I understand why.
Rotten Tomatoes garbage. Rotten Tomatoes is Rotten Tomatoes.
I understand why, but I don't think that this movie should be getting clapped the way that it's getting clapped. I want to watch it again just because I feel like there's shit that I probably missed. There's underlying themes and messages that I didn't fully understand or comprehend. It's that kind of movie. And I feel like after watching it again, I'll have a better appreciation for it. Or I'll be like, nah, the way that I felt was right on the money from the jump. But it has sleeper potential.
Thoroughly enjoyed every single part of this movie to the point where it's currently now one of my favorite of all time. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. It had a message that was spitting, and everyone I see, all the bad reviews talk about how he was just, they give some director enough money to blast out all his ideas. All right, what else is he fucking gonna do? It's original, bruh. What do you want to watch? Another Transformers movie? What do you want to watch? Another fucking Kevin Hart, Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie? Or you want to see something new, fresh, something to stimulate your fucking mind, you goddamn rotten ass ape? You know what? I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna cut that out. That wasn't very nice, but I mean, seriously. You don't like it because you don't get it. Okay. Explain your ignorance to me more.
So, NPCs are real. There's no doubt about that, right? But also, it's important to keep those that you're trying to communicate to in mind when you're communicating it. Because the whole point of media and art, right, it's to communicate a message, but also to take people out of reality, to touch them in a way that the normal everyday life can't. Mm-hmm. So like, on one hand, don't be a dumbass. Absolutely. Which, I'm sorry. What did you call them?
Oh, brain rotten apes.
You brain rotten, naked ass apes. Read a book. But at the same time, this shit did not deserve. It does not deserve the level of clapping that it is.
Bro made it for his wife.
Yeah.
His dead ass wife.
Yeah. Definitely. He did a good job.
He killed it.
Did a fantastic job.
The cinematography is amazing.
Yeah.
The imagery in this movie, the colors, the cuts, the transitions. Where every single one of them's on point to me.
TJ loves Megalopolis.
I do.
Rate it.
I love this the message of you know what? I'm so flabbergasted that we're on Earth, man. We're just if you struggle and repeat day in and day out the moments, the issues, the whatever of who's gonna be my president? Who the fuck cares?
I don't.
Who the fuck gives a shit? The America's still gonna be here.
Yeah.
Even if this place isn't called America, what, we're just gonna fucking stop living in this spot because it's America? Maybe. Regardless, man, we live on the planet Earth, bro. You think any alien species coming to Earth is worried about fucking America or Russia or China? Nah, they don't give a dirty ass little shit. They don't. Really? Because that whole planet is unified.
Maybe.
No, they're definitely unified.
Maybe. You don't know.
I do. I don't.
How?
I don't.
How? You been up there?
I don't know. But think about it, right? If the world scientists all came together, shared ideas, shared realizations, bruh, we'd already be on Mars, bro. Fuck the bullshit. We'd already be in space. Like hardcore in space.
Rate this.
All right, yeah. This movie's a 9.5 for me. It's 9.5. And you know what? I have the same feeling. I mean, The Postman is a Kevin Costner film that is not very. It's like a 3-hour film, but it's regarded as not being very good.
Okay.
But I wrote a screenplay in high school that wasn't based on the Postman, mm-hmm. but had a similar idea of like the dystopian society The Postman has, and I like The Postman a lot. It's a Kevin Costner movie. We need to get you to watch that. It's not one of my favorites, The Postman.
Do they mail shit?
So no, I mean
they ride ponies.
No, it's like a dystopian world, and he comes across an old ass mail truck.
Okay.
And he grabs the packages or the mail
and starts mailing people.
And starts riding to different places. Yeah, to different places.
I might have seen it.
To deliver the mail.
I might have seen it. Is it in the mountains and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
He creates a whole mail service.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Super. Shouldn't be shit upon his, but Tom Petty's in it.
It kind of go hard.
There's a tiger. It's fucking good.
That's pretty good.
Might be a line. Whatever. This movie reached the same level for me that Birdman did, and Birdman is to this day is probably my favorite movie of all time. Michael Keaton and Emma Stone and Edward Norton. Just because that movie it's filmed like it's one shot.
It's a one-shot film.
It's filmed like it's an hour and 40 minutes of just one shot.
So it's just an hour and 40 minutes of.
No, don't make fun of Birdman. Come on, bro. I was on my soapbox. Megalopolis is a 9.5 for me because I truly feel that this one will stand the test of time. And even if you don't get it now, listen to its message and don't look at it through cynics' eyes. Go ahead.
7.5.
Nothing to say.
I mean,
no reason for a 7.5.
Scared.
Of what?
I'm scared of the clap back.
I'm not gonna clap back.
I'm worried.
I'm not gonna clap back.
I don't know.
I gave my piece. Give your piece. I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't.
I
don't know what to do.
I say what I wanted. You say what you wanted. It's just fair.
This bitch was long. It was so hard to follow. I was lost at points. But
because there's some people who probably feel the same way you do.
But by no means was this a bad movie. I'm gonna rewatch it again because I do feel like there was shit I just missed.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple of points where you was like, look at that shit, and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, okay, this means something. But what the fuck does it mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful, groundbreaking, acting on point. The characters you were supposed to love, you loved them hoes. The characters that you were supposed to hate, you hated them hoes. Fucking Kylo killed that shit, right? There were parts where I was confused on how to feel about Kylo.
Yeah.
And I love that I can't even call him by his actual name.
I'm just
call him Kylo.
Why not?
Like, right? There were parts where I was like, ooh, he kind of an asshole. Actually, no, he kind of a cool dude. He got superpowers. No, he don't have superpowers. Oh, he ain't murdered his wife. His wife been there the whole time. Oh, that nigga just crazy. Like, oh, like, can we make something that's done with it? Can we just maintain that make the story make sense? But right, once you got past that and the story kind of hit like its second win, and like we formulated the cliques and clans and what people are doing and what the story's actually about, and then it kind of goes like further. This is not a bad movie. If it's in your watch list, it should be in your watch list.
Definitely.
If it's not in your watch list,
watch
put
this
that
in theaters.
Put
man.
that shit in there. I would have preferred to have watched that at home, purely for the I need to rewind.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the only reason. It's mind fucking. It's mind fucking. Like so that. I was in
the Coliseum sequence is one of those things that I know the editor. It took him so long to do.
Oh yeah, he was cooking.
And bro,
that boy,
cooking.
that boy, that girl, they was
that team
cooking with this shit. My only gripe was what this actual story, like, and how it progressed.
I recommend you watch it again. Then
I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's my only gripe with it because like I went from confused to okay to back to confused to okay to just confused, and then after a little bit I was like, okay, I understand now.
Honorable mention, the fashion. Go ahead. This was a big key for him.
So one of the things that sold me on this shit though,
the fashion was good.
A1 100 no cap, they did not miss on a single fucking fit. The dude that he's in Fallout, he's in Into the
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, bro.
Cicero.
I want his whole line of glasses and shades. Cause I'm convinced, kind of like with Lenny Kravitz, how people be joking like, yo, in Hunger Games, they just told him, hey, just bring whatever's in your closet and you can wear it that day. I am almost certain, because he always wears those tight glasses, that they just go, hey, whatever shades and glasses you got, just bring them. We'll tell you which ones you can wear.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
The man must have a line of some shit, right? But like the dresses, the suits, the regular fits, the down clothes, the up clothes, the draws, the lingerie, like it was dope.
It was.
That shit was dope. And then the way it incorporated in the scenes, which brings it back to whether or not Kylo actually had powers, right? He actually brought the Force from the bad Star Wars movies to this, right? He didn't, right? But in certain, I would say like Inception level, like whenever he did the time stops, it was like In Time meets Inception. I can't even think of the right answer. Like kind of like Sword Art Online, but not really. And then Gatsby vibe, like that overlaid it, right?
they were very powerful, but I struggled with why is it powerful? You know what I mean? Or like what makes this scene make sense in the grander scheme of what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I went from, okay, this is a period piece about Romeo and Juliet to, oh, that's not what this is at all. To, oh, we're in ancient Rome and he's actually Shakespeare. For a minute, I thought he was supposed to be Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's not what this is.
No.
And then finally he was like, it's a fable. And I'm like, oh, so this is just, they made some shit up.
This is whole.
They just made this shit up.
In the beginning, it said this is a fable.
Which makes sense, but like, it was, what was the fable about? That's what I didn't know, that this was supposed to be like, let artists be free and create and not necessarily down with the system.
Yeah.
But like, we got to do something new and we are all one people. I did not get that till damn near the end of the movie.
Oh.
To damn near the end of the movie, bro.
All right.
I started understanding it like halfway through. I'm like, okay, I kind of think I understand. I did not get that till fucking 1 hour 45 minutes to 1 hour 50 minutes of that movie. And then right at the end when that screen popped up, I was like, well, goddamn. Fuck. Which is why I want to watch it again though. Because now that I understand what it's about,
You can watch it.
I feel like I'll watch it and be like, damn, this really is the A2.
Yeah.
Or this really is. But like, that's not what I thought when I was going in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was going this not this. I didn't think it was gonna be this.
Yeah.
Right? But that's why I understand your side of this movie so much.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
I'm glad you were there to see that for me too.
Yeah.
Because this isn't one of the movies I mentioned.
Man's been saying type shit that this movie embodied for
years.
so long. I just think he communicated it better than this movie initially.
Hey, you know what? At this point, you can garner your own opinion about it.
If you've seen it, what do you think about it?
Chances are you haven't.
But for $120 million budget, it just made like $4 million?
Yeah.
Opening week. Like that's kind of ridiculous.
I mean,
Kinda
it just goes to show you people would rather go see Fast and Furious 45 than some original piece of artwork.
Man's is on that shit. It's an art form in itself.
No, I mean it's an art form to pander to the crowd. Which, I mean, go make your money. Fuck it. Go make your cash. But don't look down on actual art forms.
Yeah.
Because you happen to like blow up blow up action, talky nonsense. And I mean, I love a good action film first. I love a good action film. But I will always prefer that this was a passion project, man. This you could tell every single bit of his soul went into this fucking movie.
For real. Man lost sleep off that shit.
Man, he did.
Man lost sleep off that shit.
And you know what? People's passion is contagious.
I also want some of the technology that was in that shit. Like, we driving old bust down cars, but we got fucking levitated, glowing fucking walkways.
Yeah. We know what we're going.
And leaves that cover in the rain.
We're going a little over time here, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yep. We at this point have started dropping skips as well as
Throwbacks.
Time Back Tuesdays.
Time back.
And then the music
Turn back.
videos are abounding. I don't know what's out and what's not out at this point, but I hope that you're enjoying them.
Absolutely.
Something that we don't ask for a lot or speak to a lot. If you fuck with this shit, man, please like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about it, because we can't do this shit without y'all. And we're thankful for the ones that have been rocking and rolling with us, as well as the new folks that we have that
Absolutely.
are rocking and rolling with us. We're not gonna stop. It's gonna keep going. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Peace and love. Show your passion to everybody. Your passion is attractive. People love your passion about whatever you're passionate about.
At the end of the day, just fucking do it. Fuck their opinion. Like, at the end of the day, fuck their opinion. Do what you gonna do.
Love
What's
you.
gonna happen?
Love your family. Love your friends. Be good out there.
Sure. So do you think that not hoes, Shia LaBeouf, do you think was he actually fucking his sister?
Oh yeah, and that shit.
That was actually a thing.
Yeah.
Another thing I was
Real friends, real love, nothing fickle, nothing brittle. Little by little, becoming a pick of lyrics. I need to find me a mix. Fucker, I admit it. Needed some brief acquittance, but to go back in my head. Despite the painful image, a man atop a mountain, alone all with the riches. These women gaming niggas, self and not start building.